Hi everyone, so this is English the American way, and so I've been asked to continue this book. I didn't expect to have a lot of followers, and so thank you for that. And so we can start with Unit 1, New Friends. So this is the very beginning of the book, okay, Unit 1, logically, and get started. So every time I'm gonna play the file and you will follow the text and I will explain the vocabulary, the trickiest vocabulary.
Hi there. New country, new friends. But how do you meet them? Making new friends is an exciting part of moving to a new place, but sometimes it's hard to know just how formal to be with new people. Americans are usually very casual. They're also very friendly. This is a good thing, but it can be tricky. Everyone knows that good old basic English phrase, hello, it's nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, we bet you were ready for that. Well, you may be ready, but then you may be surprised to learn that you won't hear that phrase very often. Hello, it's nice to meet you is okay for first time introductions, but when friends meet socially, the conversation will probably sound more like this.
So this is a real dialogue. This is what you're gonna really get. So it depends where you are in America. So if you are, and also the environment. If you go to a business meeting, you're not gonna be too friendly. Well, it depends. The company depends. The state. It depends the people, their backgrounds. It depends a lot of factors. So you have to be sensitive to the person in front of you. So you have to adapt to the person. I cannot be too friendly with someone who's very formal. So, you know, you just have to taste the field, the feelings. Anyways, another thing is when you go to the supermarket or different stores, you may hear people telling you, "Oh, hey, how are you?" They don't. You can say, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine, thank you," and they may not answer. It's normal. Okay, you're gonna find some exceptions, of course, but in general, um, they may not answer. They are busy, they are in a hurry, they have to work, they have to focus. So you telling them that you're fine, it's going to be not really important. Okay, so don't take it too personally. It's just the way it is. So the first dialogue, it's here, and I'm just checking the text, I think. So you're going to see words you may not understand. I'm getting sleepy here, and it's still early. You may not understand, like hectic, be careful of the H, time off, hang out, shopping center, to hang out, to spend time somewhere with some people. In this instance, it's like to hang out at the mall, to spend some time over there. You can eat, you can just sit somewhere, you can just check the stores. So, but anyway, let's get started.
Hey, Leah, it's good to see you.
You too. I haven't seen you in a few days. How are you? How's it going?
Not bad. I'm so busy with the classes I'm taking. How about you?
I'm okay. I know you're busy with classes. My job's really hectic this time of year, too. What's new with you?
Nothing much. I'm on my way to the mall. I need some time off. Do you remember Lana? She's there. She's always at the mall. I think a lot of our friends plan to just hang out at the mall tonight.
Who? Oh, yeah. I remember Lana. She's the one with the scary looking dog. I don't want to hang out with that dog.
You aren't afraid of that little tiny dog, are you? Well, I'm sure Rover isn't at the mall.
Actually, I'm headed to the mall later anyway. There's a huge sale going on. I think they're open extra late.
Great. Maybe I'll see you there.
Sounds good. We're both good shoppers. If I get there before you leave, maybe I'll see you. After all, we aren't leaving until we see all the sales. And I'm not leaving until I have some cute new shoes.
Okay, so casual, simple, not very formal. Okay, so in general, mostly in Oregon, California. Well, no, there are many states where Americans are pretty laid back, pretty casual, so it's fine. Uh, in some places like New York or LA, you may have a different attitude. So honestly, it depends where you are in America. So, but in if you're planning on going to California, you're gonna see a lot of cool people, very very relaxed, maybe too relaxed. Also casual hangout, also to hang around, to spend time with friends with no special activity. Well, you can just check people around. You can drink a coffee. You can check the stores. It's just to hang out at the mall because it's just full of people and full of stores. Headed. So I think it was here. Yeah, I'm headed to the mall later anyway. So going basically, I'm going to the mall later. I'm headed. Hectic, very busy. Hey, hi. It's like you can also say hi there, hey there. Okay, hi also a word to get somebody or someone's attention. Let me just finish the vocabulary here. Huge, it's very, very, very big. Large, big, depends what we are talking about. Uh, Mall, so a large shopping center with stores and restaurants. Sell, to be on sale, or it's a short time or of lower prices in a store. Well, the most famous one in America is Black Friday, and in Canada you also have like Boxing Day. So, well, Black Friday can be horrible. So get ready for some fights because yeah, people can be very aggressive. So some time off, relaxation time for yourself away from your work. It's a break. Okay, basically it's a break. Tricky. It seems simple, but a little it's a little complicated. I don't know if you know snowboarding. You can do some tricks in the air. So this is complex. This is complex and difficult. A trick to be tricky. Well, in this context, is just to be a bit complicated. Okay, um, somebody can be tricky, so can do tricks or can trying to doesn't really tell the truth, can hide things, can be an opportunistic. It depends the context, but being tricky is like somebody can, Halloween. If you don't give candies to the kids, they're gonna just trick you. So they're gonna throw toilet paper, they're gonna throw eggs and stuff like that. So it's been tricky. So they throw the eggs and after they leave. So you don't know who did that. Anyways, so let's get back to this dialogue because it's quite interesting. Let me just get back to the first tip and the second one. When people ask, how are you? They are really just saying hi. This is not a good time to talk about your health. This is what I was telling you about. If you go to the shopping mall or to the supermarket, to a store, they may sound very nice, but they don't give a damn. Okay? They don't have time to talk about your pets or your kids, really, seriously. So hey, how are you? It's like, yeah, I'm fine. That's it. Okay. It's not being cold. It's just, well, they don't. If you feel like you can chat, go for it. But if you feel like they're not gonna answer, well, it's fine. Don't take it personally. The mall isn't just for shopping. Many young people go to the mall to hang around, to hang out with friends in a city. However, the place to be might be downtown, which is a bit cooler if you're in San Fran. Seriously, downtown is better than the mall. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, be careful to not start confusing to hang out, hang around with hang up. He just hang up. So it's like when you stop the conversation on the phone. So be careful of these tiny words. They can really completely change the meaning of a verb. So let's get back to this vocabulary again.
Hey, Leah, it's good to see you.
You too. I haven't seen you in a few days. How are you? How's it going?
Not bad. I'm so busy with the classes I'm taking. How about you?
I'm okay. I know you're busy with classes. My job's really hectic this time of year, too. What's new with you?
Nothing much. I'm on my way to the mall. I need some time off. Do you remember Lana? She's there. She's always at the mall. I think a lot of our friends plan to just hang out at the mall tonight.
Who? Oh, yeah. I remember Lana. She's the one with the scary looking dog. I don't want to hang out with that dog.
You aren't afraid of that little tiny dog, are you? Well, I'm sure Rover isn't at the mall.
Actually, I'm headed to the mall later anyway. There's a huge sale going on. I think they're open extra late.
Great. Maybe I'll see you there.
Sounds good. We're both good shoppers. If I get there before you leave, maybe I'll see you. After all, we aren't leaving until we see all the sales. And I'm not leaving until I have some cute new shoes.
Okay, so another thing I wanted to talk about is anyway. So if somebody is just like, dwelling on the same topic, for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you're just like, geez, this guy is just talking, keeps talking, keeps talking. So when this guy is done, it's like, anyway, so I just have to go back and I have to go home right now. So, or you just want to, it's just like if you want to change the topic of a conversation. Anyway, what I meant is not going to the mall, but what I meant is just to relax, to take some time off. Okay. So anyway, that's very, it's used a lot. There's another word we can use in English is though. Okay, this is a tiny bit more. It's simple, but it's complex to explain. So when I get the example, uh, I'll just explain a tiny bit more. For the time being, just keep in mind anyway is used a lot. So this is good. Now, what was I saying here? Let me see.
Pronunciation pointer. In spoken English, we often drop the ing ending of words. Sounds like nothing. Another very common spoken difference is the word you, which is usually unstressed and sounds like yeah. How are you doing will sound like how you doing.
Yeah, well, don't take it out of the context. Don't be just like yeah, yeah, yo. If you're in Texas, yeah, of course, you can just say yo. It's like you all, but don't start having a very pronounced American accent. It's gonna sound weird. So don't force it. Just be natural. So, how's it going? It's very common. Okay, we know what it means. Nothing. Okay, nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. No, how's it going? Nothing. You. So, how you doing? Again, it's informal. If you are in a very formal situation where people can speak very fast, can be very like chop, 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 let's just share ideas very, very quickly, they may speak like that, okay? But sometimes you may face somebody who's very picky with the pronunciation, so adapt to any kind of situation, okay? You need to really adapt to what's in front of you, what's facing you, okay? So it's nice to know that, but it's also nice to pronounce it very well. So how you doing? Okay, how you doing? And how's it going? How's it going is really informal, so just be careful where you're going with that. Grammar reminder one, verb to be, affirmative statements and contractions. Of course, our first grammar reminder just has to be about the verb to be. To be, to have, to go. Basically, those are the three main verbs. You can start, explaining stuff, describing stuff, telling people where you're going and everything. And after you can start being a tiny bit more sophisticated with to come back, and so forth. So maybe it'll be a little tricky, difficult, but it also may be the most important verb in English. Most speakers use contractions, the short forms, rather than full forms of the verb in affirmative statements. To really sound like a native speaker, practice, practice, practice. Using contractions. Notice the contraction of the verb to be in the dialogue. I'm on my way. I am. You're busy. You are. It's good to see you. It is. She's there. Sorry. She's there. She is. There's a huge sale. There's a huge sale. There is. We're both good shoppers. We are. They're open extra late. They are. So, am, you're, it's, she's, theirs, we're, there. Number two, verb to be. questions and negatives. For questions using the verb to be, put the question form, the question word first, then the verb to be in its correct form, and then the subject. What does that mean? Okay, so put the question first, then the verb in its correct form, and the subject. So we have the relative pronoun, the subject, the verb and the subject. How you are. You can have an affirmative sentence and turn it into a question if you change the inflection. What does that mean? It's like, you are busy right now. So it's like, I'm just noticing that you are busy right now. You are busy right now? You see? If I'm changing the intonation, I have a question. You are busy right now? The proper question will be like, are you busy right now? Okay. So we have different options here. The first one is here, how are you? Okay, the correct form. What's new with you? So what's new? What's up? What's new? What with you is new? That sounds so weird. So what's new with you? To make a negative, just add an apostrophe T or not to the form of to be. Isn't that easy? Okay, so sometimes you can keep the full, you can just avoid the contraction if you don't feel comfortable saying it. I am not. Okay, well, you are not happy right now. You aren't happy right now. Okay, so we can use both, but it depends the context. It depends the situation. You aren't afraid of that little dog. You're not afraid of that little dog. It's fine. Rover, the name of the little dog, isn't there. Is not there. We aren't living. We are not living. Both are fine. If you don't feel, my advice would be to get used to the pronunciation, even though the first time it's pretty bad. But you need to practice, as they said, practice, practice, practice. Okay. Because it's used so, on a regular basis. If you hear people using like very small, subtle contractions, you may not understand what they mean. Okay, I've gone there several times. I have gone there several times. I have gone there several times. Okay, so I'm using an apostrophe VE. It's a contraction of have, but it's a past tense. So I can get complicated, I can get sophisticated, but you may not hear it all the time. So get used to this. That way your ear and your brain will pay more attention to these subtleties. Meet the neighbors, the second part. So I'm going to play it here and turn the page.
Meet the neighbors. Although Americans are very friendly, they are also rather private. You may be surprised to know that very often people don't even know their neighbors. In a big city, it's very possible that people living in the same apartment building won't know the people next door. In the suburbs, it's not unusual for neighbors to wave from their cars or to say hi across their yards, but not to know their neighbors' names. Have you noticed how many houses have fences around them? It may seem strange, but it's really just an example of how much Americans value a sense of privacy, especially at home. Friendly, but private. Now, that's tricky. Of course, some neighbors just like to party all the time. Oh boy, that can be a problem.
Okay, explanation. Privacy is very important in America. I know my neighbors, say hi all the time. I know their names. So it depends where you are. It depends your neighborhood. It depends if they are open-minded. Some people can give you cookies the first time you move in. So it depends. You just respect the way they are. Don't impose yourself, knocking on people's door and feel like, hey, I'm your new neighbor. You can, but check how people are. They can come to you and be like, oh, you just moved in? Oh, yes. Hey, by the way, my name is blah, blah, blah. Okay. If you see them on the street, it would be better to introduce yourself and say, hi, hey, my name is blah, blah. My name is Emma, and I just moved in, just want to let you know. Just don't want to bother you too much. You have a nice day and talk to you later. If you feel like very chatty and they want to chat with you, just be open-minded. If they're not too weird, you can chat with them. There is no problem. But have a connection with them. You never know. In some places, people can be very distant, so respect that as well. So because the sense of privacy is very important. Some people can be also paranoid, so feel like well, but they don't want to talk to you directly. So just adapt to any kind of situations. So very friendly but private. So keep that in mind. Um, mm, mm, mm in a very, very, very big city, if you go to New York, in Brooklyn or big, big neighborhoods, um, people may sound friendly, but they're not. So you may not know your neighbors, okay? And so they can say hi, they can chat to you, they can talk to you, they can chat with you, but just be highly sensitive, highly respectful over there, okay? It's a different mentality. I prefer the Californian mentality. People are a little bit more, they give you this sense of being more open minded, but still be respectful. Okay? Don't start, hey, my friend, we just talked for the past 5 minutes, but I feel like you're my best friend. Yeah, don't do that. Suburbs, it's around the city. Okay? So to wave from their cars and to say hi across their yards, yeah, it's fine just to be polite. It's nice to be polite, but they do not know, but they don't know their neighbors' names. No fences up. That's just like that. And the value is a sense of privacy. You can find fences in some places, but in general, no. Yeah, some neighbors just like to party all the time. Well, be careful with that. If you're in not too far from a campus, expect to have students around, and they love renting a house. They have different roommates, and they can party pretty often. They're not good students, and they don't like studying all the time. So just be careful where you want to rent a place. So this is the third dialogue, and it's based on what we just talked about. It's the third dialogue from the very beginning, and it's just 1 minute and 1 second. Okay, let's go.
Hi, I'm Leah Chen, your neighbor from around the block. We're having a barbecue Saturday, and we thought you might like to come. Lots of the neighbors will be there. Jay and Ramon are coming too. They're your neighbors across the street.
It's nice to meet you, Leah. I'd like to come, but I'll be working all weekend on a big project for my job.
Well, if you change your mind, come on over. You're welcome to come, and I think it will be fun for you to meet all the neighbors.
Thanks. By the way, I've been meaning to talk to you. I hope my dog's barking doesn't bother you.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. When you're gone during the day, the dog barks all the time. It's driving me nuts.
I'm really sorry. I'll keep the dog in the house when I'm gone.
Thanks so much. I hope you'll come over for some burgers and dogs on Saturday, and drop by our house to visit any time.
I don't know what's going on. Here we go. It's done. So, what do we have here? Let's see the vocabulary: barbecue, okay, a cookout, an outside a party where food is cooked on the grill, very common. Not very good for you, but very common. Barking and dog talk. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, the barking, that's the only thing a dog can do, really. It can communicate, barking, they can say things, nice things, and they can also be angry or hungry. A block, very common in American English. It's a neighborhood, okay? The area from street to street, okay? One block is just like the building after the building, one block. Burgers and dogs, hot dogs basically, and they're not gonna eat dogs. Um, Burgers and dogs, hamburgers and hot dogs. Change your mind, make a different decision from your first one. Driving someone nuts or going crazy, doing something very annoying or being annoyed. He's driving me nuts. He's just making me very, very annoyed, and just like, oh my God, I cannot rest my mind. This dog is driving me nuts because this dog is barking all day long, and I cannot focus on my work. Okay, so it's annoying, but also frustrating. Okay, you feel like very, very annoyed, physically and mentally annoyed. So drop by is to stop by, basically, is to go to someone's house without an invitation. I'll drop by later, or I stop by later. Host is a person you invite to your party. So you have the person who is inviting, sorry, the person who is inviting the guests, sorry, the host of the party. That's the main person who's been organizing everything. And you have the guests, people coming to the party. So what they say here, a person who invites others to a party. Lots of many, meaning to do something. I meant to do it, but I forgot. So I had the, I had the intention. I was planning on doing it, but I forgot. So intending or planning to do something. Next door, department of the house right next to you, to yours. Suburbs, the neighborhoods just outside the city. To value something is to think something is very important, to give some value. Yards, small gardens around houses. So you have the front yard and the backyard. Okay. Many neighborhoods have a block party during the summer. All the neighbors bring some food and drinks to share, and everyone has a great time. Well, depends where you are. It's not always like that. So, uh, I'm Leah Chin, your neighbor from around the block. She's not very specific. We're having a barbecue Saturday. We can also say on Saturday, okay, but it's very common to drop this on. And it's not really polite. I mean, this is not polite, it's not true, it's just not grammatically correct. And we thought you might like to come. Lots of neighbors will be there. Jay and Raymond are coming too. They're your neighbors across the street. So we're not specific here. It's just across the street. We're not saying, we're not giving the numbers. We're not giving any numbers, nothing. It's nice to meet you. So I'd like to come, but I'll be working. So I'll be working all weekend. So this is a future I will be, and it's an ongoing action. Okay? So it's like a future progressive in a sense. So I will be working all weekend on a big project for my job. Well, if you change your mind, okay, if you decide to change your mind and to come on over. You're welcome to come, and I think it would be fun for you to meet all the neighbors. Thanks, by the way. I had the intention, okay, to talk to you. I hope my dog's barking doesn't bother you. It's not annoying to you. Actually, it's like, well, you're talking about it, let's just tell you, I'm going to tell you that it's quite annoying. So it's driving me nuts, okay? So when you're gone during the day, the dog barks all the time. It's driving me nuts. I'm really sorry. I'll keep the dog in the house when I'm gone. Thanks so much. I hope you'll come over for some burgers and hot dogs on Saturday. Again, okay, you'll come on Saturday and drop by our house to visit anytime. When people are trying to be friendly, they may ask you to drop by anytime. So, big warning here. Don't believe it. This is a way of being friendly, but most people don't like unexpected visitors to drop by. It's always a good idea to come first and ask if the person is busy. Okay, so we had the tip 1, tip 2, and this is the third one. So call them. Hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Do you think I can drop by? I can stop by. It's better. It's just more polite. If you're invited to a party or barbecue, it's polite to bring something. So don't come and put your feet under the table and just wait for free food and free drinks. It's quite archaic. You're not a caveman or a cave woman, so you need to have a decent behavior. Before you go, you can ask, can I bring something? So before you go to the party, you can call and be, hey, do you need anything? Can I bring something? What can I bring? Even if the host says nothing, you should bring something. Okay? This is like the double communication. they mean they say something, but they meant something else. Okay, they just want to be polite. Okay, yeah, well, just bring something. I tend to say yes, bring something, because I have the experience of having people coming over and not bringing anything and take advantage of, a party. So now I tell them, look, bring some stuff, that would be nice. What's very common in America is a potluck. So you're invited to, to somebody's place, and everyone's bringing some food, okay, some drinks and so forth. So it's just like sharing and etc. So I think it's good. It's very nice. I like that. Um, it can be a special food treat from your culture, or some flowers, a bottle of wine. Don't be cheap, a good wine. Other kinds of gifts are not usually given. You're not gonna give a toy. You're gonna give flowers, wine, beers. Some food, whatever. Whatever you want, you think can be uh, nice. So, okay, so we did that. Many neighbors. Okay, okay. This is a second part. Okay, you already seen this video. Sorry about that. Those crazy kids, and I don't remember where I went. Probably I also did this. I don't remember. I have to check the video again. But it's not a big book, so we can just finish very, very, very quickly. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon, or a wonderful evening, and I'll try to prepare the third video um, sometimes tomorrow or in 2 days. I'll see if I have time for that. Okay. Okay. Another thing is, don't forget to like it, to subscribe, and to share it. If you can share this video, that would be really wonderful. That's why I feel like I'm really, reaching people's lives. It's not really exceptional, but still. You have a wonderful time, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.